what's in your loving. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. When a question of pride, yeah. Do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it on your candy sweets? Do you want it on your pickled beets? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it on your biscuits, baby? Do you want it on your black eyed peas? Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it. Love, 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 love. I say what now? I said, I say what now? I say what now? I say what? A B-E-A-T, give me that beat, boogie. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't a question of pride. Shooby-dooby-dooby-doo, yeah. It's love, yeah. Shooby-dooby-dooby-doo, yeah. It's love. Love, 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 love. I say what now? I say what now? Ay. I said, do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it on your candy sweets? Do you want it on your pickled beets? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it on your biscuits, baby? Do you want it on your black eyed peas? Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it to me. Yeah. Drink till I'm drunk, I smoke till I'm high. Castle on the hill, I wake up in the sky. You could tell me I ain't fly. What? I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. Fellas ain't love me, that's why they in love with me. Oh, I got the moves, like I'm in smooth. You could tell me I ain't fly. What? I know I'm super fly. I know I'm super fly. Hey yo, shorty, won't you go get a bag of the leave-through? I'll be undressed in the bra or see-through while you count your jewels, thinking I'ma cheat you. The only one thing I wanna do is freak you. Keep stone sets, I got my own briquette, and I've been doing things that you won't regret. Sweet Cherie, that's me, so you best take heed. Shall I proceed? Now I'ma throw shade if I can't get paid. Blow you up to your girl like I'm a grenade. You can slide on my ice like an ice capade. And if you get you yaya with the marmalade. Who me, not you, oh yes, who's he? I even dig your man style, but I love your profile. Whisper in your ear and get you all shook up. And don't blush, you keep this on the hush.
Okay, we are here live at Q Studios in Falls Church, Virginia, with some amazingly talented women. Okay, so to my left, I have Lil Boogie on percussion. To my right, I have Twink on the drums. And to my far right, I have Miss Cherie on keys and vocals. And I'm excited to have this type of conversation with you all because this is such a different setting. I'm glad that we're able to be in the studio for this, and I really just want to kind of get a little bit of insight on the musicality behind go-go. I really want to start with what in the world made all three of you say, yo, this is exactly what I want to do. There's no reason why I can't do it. What was going through your mind? What was maybe the scenario? How did it get started?
All right, so from a go-go perspective, let's see. Growing up in this area, being a musician, it's kind of hard to not play go-go because you're exposed to it. Like I was exposed to go-go, Run Joe, Pleasure, you know what I mean? So at an early age, I was already, before I even started playing drums, I was already exposed to go-go. So it was something sort of like, I used to try to fight it, like, no, I'm not gonna play go-go. I want to be like that typical thing. But I was kind of drawn to it. I started senior year, 17. At the time, Northeast Groovers had broken up and they wanted to do the grown and sexy. So I started playing for solo. I would go to school, go to my little cheerleading game, because I was a cheerleader. I would play for the pep band, and then I would go either to band practice or I would go to the show. My mama used to be with me, Mashup Cafe. We used to be everywhere, U Street, everywhere. My mama would be with me, 16, 17, and I'm in the club playing with grown men. Yeah, but I love it. Like it's an energy that you cannot get this anywhere else. And I've played, all over the United States. I played outside of the country, and it's just the energy that go-go brings, that feel. It's hard to replicate.
So I started, as Twink says, she started young in the club too. But I started off watching class and quality bands. Those were one of the bands besides Chuck. Who were back in the day, you were little when you heard go-go, and they played real fast, and I was like, okay. And me and my girlfriend were best friends. In the basement, she played drums, and I wanted to play Congos, and we just replicate everything that they did when they had rehearsal, and that's how I started playing. And it was back in the day with the old bands, Class and Quality Band, back then, Air Raid, and those are bands that play real fast. So that's what made us start playing.
Now, I want to hear Cherie.
I basically had a late start in go-go. I wasn't allowed to go to go-go's as a kid, and my parents, they were very strict, so I didn't have the opportunity or the advantages as my friends in school to just go to go-go's and go to go-go live. That was just a huge thing. So I listened to a lot of go-go because it was all over the radio, Chuck Brown and Red Essence, EU, and all of them. You hear it on the radio all the time. But it wasn't until I played with Maisha and the Hip Huggers, and I was in my twinkling 20s at the time. So, yeah, I started late. And so once I played with those guys, I was like, wow, I really had like a lesson playing go-go. It's not as easy as what people think. It's all about timing. It's all about rhythm. It's all about feel. Some of the greatest musicians, they come here and they just sit back in awe like, wow, I can't play that go-go. I can't play that go-go beat, because it's all about just keeping it in the pocket, and I love that. I love the energy. I love the soulfulness. So that was my first time just playing with the Hip Huggers. It was Juju and Sugar Bear. They were all from EU. And so they just, treated me like their little sister, and I learned so much. I learned how to play Lock It. I thought I was doing something, but no, I from funk, and then I played with Chuck Brown after that, and so go-go is just a part of me.
Nice. So I'm a native Washingtonian. And sometimes when I listen to go-go, it's always like the song can be so long. And which is dope, which is really dope because there's really like no other genre that can really allow a song to breathe like that,
Right.
and you not get like bored. There's so many different variations. So to my two percussionists here, I'm really interested in not only like hearing from your perspective, being able to talk through it, but maybe even being able to play through. How are you all able to like know when it's time to even switch between different rhythms within go-go?
Yeah, great question. Like Cherie said, the feel. Honestly, so you have like Cherie, because she's like the lead, or I can't, whoever would be the lead mic. They have signs and signals, but honestly, you feel that thing. You can feel it. You know when a song is gonna change. I mean, music. You got 8 bars, da 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 da, and it's it's a feel. Like she was saying, it's just a feel. Like you know when the change is coming. Yeah.
So are you just have to kind of lock in? Because I remember one time before you were saying, I need to feel it. What maybe like is something that will initiate that for you?
So I played with Twink before, but we have a regular drummer, Shannon. Both of them, when I hear their foot and I can hear the snare, and then I'll hear some cymbals. And if I hear them, I can hear them switch a beat like in my mind. So I know it's about to be switched. So I know, okay, we great switch to something. What? Yeah. Or I might hear Storm, our bass player for Bela. She'll do like a collaboration on it's called a line on the bass. It's a go-go line. Dun, 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 dun. And then I know some Shannon or even Twink, because Twink fills in with us sometimes. They'll do a roll, and then I know we're going into the next song. Or you'll see Cherie. So that means we switching to something. But it's cute though. She does a tap, and then you're like, okay.
No.
So then, yeah, but pretty much.
But sometimes if I do that, Boogie say, she'll take over and say, hey, Shannon, now we got this. And they'll go in their own lane. And I'm like, whoo, and this sounds so good. I'm like, ah, I make my face and everything. It's just in the moment. It's all about the collaboration. It's, they're watching each other. They're feeling each other. And when that moment happens, you don't mess that up. Yeah. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, they're in the zone, and that happens a lot. A lot of creativity, a lot of arrangements happen on stage. We can rehearse things from top to bottom, but sometimes along the way, the talker may deviate or something with those drums and congas. You just let them ride. You don't even need a talker. You don't even need to say anything. Just let them play. Let them do their thing, and they're in a trance. Yeah. That thing could be like 15 minutes.
Very dope. So you all obviously are women, female musicians. What is something that you think makes you, I would say, outside of being a woman, obviously, stand out in a male-dominated industry, but not just from like a business standpoint, but more so as musicians? We don't always see a whole lot of female instrumentalists. What have some of your experiences been like, Cherie?
One thing I can say about females is obviously, when you see a female in a band, your eyes just go right to that person. You have a lot of guys, but when you see the girl, that's my perspective. I'm looking at the girl to see what she's wearing or how she's looking and her sound and just her energy and things like that. And I think guys, they like that too. They know that, we're I'm not going to say perfectionists. Sometimes we can be. We work hard, and they know that we're going to be disciplined. We're going to do what we're supposed to do. So I think the guys, they really love just having that female energy in the band. It steps their game up. It keeps them motivated and keeps them inspired. And sometimes they like to look at us too, you know.
Can't help that.
So they can't help that.
Yeah, so like Cherie was saying, the female energy, that's like, it brings a whole different feel to the group, just having the female musicians in there. I will say, having been the only female in a lot of bands, you become, like she was saying, the sister, you know, the little sister, like everybody's protecting you, everybody's, you know, looking after you. It becomes like a family, you know what I mean? But there's also times when you are, well, with me being a drummer, you know, people look at me and think I'm the singer most of the time. So it's like I got to earn respect, you know, as a female drummer. It's like they look at me and it's like, oh, you can't play, you know, they prejudge. And then, you know, after I after I play, it's just like, oh, wait a minute, you know what I mean? And they have to kind of like backtrack. So I have that a lot. Like, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Or like, sound man, I'll make sly remarks, you know, different things like that. And then they'll have to come back and like, oh, you know, I apologize. So, yeah.
Well, on that note, there's room for all of us, especially in Respect Her Crank. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being here for Go Go Unplugged, and we will see you soon. Peace.